Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Wok with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. The goal of my YouTube channel is to help you in making home cooking that is practical, efficient, fun, and creative. I introduced the templates-based cooking to make home cooking creative. Because by using a set of basic templates, it will allow you to create many variations of a particular dish. And this will allow you to be creative and have fun in your cooking. Template-based cooking is one attribute of my fast cooking system, which also includes flavor chasing, advanced prepping, and stir-frying. Where the wok is the heart of the cooking system. Without any doubt, the wok has long been considered to be one of the most flexible and adaptable cooking utensils. And for many people who live in the less affluent part of the world, quite often the wok is the only cooking utensil that they have in the kitchen. Because the wok is capable to carry out many different types of cooking functions, including stir-frying, deep frying, shallow frying, boiling, stewing, roasting, slow cooking, baking, and many other kitchen functions that is not possible with any other cooking utensils. So by just having a wok, you can do away with almost all other cooking utensils. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate a shallow frying technique for chicken. This is a very simple template to shallow fry chicken in the wok that it has been coated with cornstarch to create a light crispy breading that will greatly enhance the flavor and texture of the chicken. This template is one of many other templates that you could use to stir fry chicken in the wok. The foundation of this template is advanced prepping of the chicken. As shown in this video, I advanced prep my chicken as soon as I bring the chicken back from the supermarket. This will allow me to take the chicken from the freezer to the wok in only about 10 minutes. All I have to do is to take the chicken, which usually I freeze them in about 8-ounce portion in a Ziploc sandwich bag. And then I put them in a sink of lukewarm water, and this will be thawed out in less than 10 minutes. By using this method, it will allow me to have chicken anytime I want. So the first step of this template is to coat the chicken with cornstarch. You can vary the amount of cornstarch that you want to use based on your preference. I then season the chicken with a seasoning mix that I put together from my masala dabur. For this dish, I'm going to use half teaspoon of mushroom seasoning, half teaspoon of garlic powder, quarter teaspoon of lemon pepper, quarter teaspoon of paprika, and quarter teaspoon of cumin. I frequently make adjustment to this seasoning mix depending on what I want the dish to taste like. Having the masala dabur is very convenient because once I open the cover, I have all these seasoning agents available to me. This will allow me to experiment with different combinations as well as different ratios. I also make frequent adjustment to the amount of cornstarch that I add, depending on how thick the breading that I want with the chicken. But most of the time, I use 1 tablespoon because I like it to be very lightly breaded. I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of canola oil in my Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. I'm going to let the oil to heat up until it starts to smoke gently. I turn down the heat and I let the oil to smoke for another 15 seconds. This is the time when I season the wok. This is my spot seasoning method. You can take a look at this video and to learn more about how it works. And then I use a pair of tongs to lay out the chicken on the flat surface of this Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok. In comparison to other wok, this Cuisinart 14-inch stainless steel wok has a relatively large flat surface area that measures about 9 inches across. This wok is frequently known as a wok pan because you can use it like a small frying pan. If you'd like to learn more about the advantages of having a wok pan, you can take a look at this video. The concept of this template is very simple. Basically, you pan fry the chicken on one side first. And by using this shallow frying approach, you can use minimum amount of cooking oil. And also, by slicing the chicken thinly, they cook rapidly. And by coating the chicken with cornstarch, it will create a light breading. The cornstarch will facilitate the browning as well as slight charring of the chicken. In addition to that, the cornstarch, by coating the chicken, it protects the chicken from the heat. So it keeps the inside of the chicken more moist and tender. To accomplish this task effectively, having a pair of long-handled tongs is very useful. It takes about 40 to 60 seconds to fry one side of the chicken. And then you can use the tongue to turn the chicken over to fry the other side. For cooking this dish, spot seasoning the wok is critical because you don't want the chicken to stick to the bottom of the wok. As you can see, I have turned the chicken over and it is very nicely brown and slightly charred. This gives the chicken great flavor and texture as they were grilled. And one wonderful thing about this technique is that you have full control of how well you want the chicken to be brown or charred. And also, by adjusting the seasoning, you can create a different level of charring. For example, you can add a small amount of brown sugar to the seasoning mix, and that will caramelize the chicken and give a slight smoke flavor. By this point, I feel that I am done with shallow frying the chicken. I want them to be slightly soft, so I now start to stir fry them. And when I look at the bottom of the wok, I notice that some of the cornstarch and seasoning agent has been burned and stuck to the bottom of the wok. I'm going to use a very small amount of water right over those areas, and then my wok spatula can easily detach them. I call this method spot cleaning. This allows me to return the flavor back to the dish and also clean the wok at the same time. And you can take a look at this video and see how it works. However, it is important that you do not add too much water to dilute the flavor of the chicken. And by now the chicken is done, I'm going to create a sauce for the chicken. In this case, I use a pre-made sauce, which contains 1 part of oyster sauce, 1 part of dark soy sauce, 1 part of hoisin sauce, and 1 part of sugar. There are many ways you can make the sauce for this chicken dish, and I make constant adjustments based on what I was cooking this dish for, and this is part of my flavor chasing strategy, always looking for the most suitable flavor for any of my dishes. Last but not the least, I'm going to garnish the chicken with some scallions, which I always have on hand in my advanced prepping. The scallion not only add flavor and texture, but it also add color to the dish. I'm going to use this chicken to top a vegetable lo mein that I cooked a little bit earlier. And you might ask, why don't you cook everything together? And the reason that I cook the chicken separately because I will have much better control of its texture and flavor. And by using this shallow frying technique, the chicken will be slightly crisp and have a nice breading. This will allow it to stand out with the other ingredients in this vegetable lo mein dish. I use this method frequently to cook the chicken. Using this shallow frying technique in combination in coating the chicken with cornstarch create truly delicious and wonderful chicken. It not only tastes great, but it looks fantastic too. This entire dish takes only about 50 minutes to cook, all from scratch. I post a video each day to introduce my fast cooking system. The word FAST is the acronym for Flavor Chasing, Advanced Prepping, Stir Frying, and Templates-Based Cooking. To make home cooking practical, efficient, fun, and creative as an everyday routine. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.